Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Shiba. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. And, yeah, today on Factorio, ideally, we're going to end up having modules by the end of the stream. Oh my goodness, it has taken some time to get there. We will ideally have our first, level, at least the level 1 and 2s. We'll see about the 3, 4, and 5 as we go along. We can at least get our setup going for the crystal shards. So, before we begin, I just want to mention that Saturday I get my second vaccine shot, so the streams for Monday and Tuesday are going to be completely dependent on how I feel for potential side effects. I didn't really have anything after the first shot, but it's the second that tends to have them if you get them. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that as we go along. Outside of that, I have completely forgotten anything else that I would have wanted to say at the beginning besides that. Just to have that note out there. So, Factorio. I'm sure I'll remember at some point. We'll see if it was of any importance. I think I had just wanted to mention something about Genshin Impact because they've had version 2.0 and now they're starting to give us information about 2.1 and 2.2 and the characters that are going to be coming out going forward. There's like a Sony collab for bringing in as a playable character for free for everyone the character of Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, which is interesting. The problem is that she's a cryo bow user, from what it seems, and yeah, just good luck with that. They already have a most powerful character in the game, being a cryo bow user, so at least she's free. At least it's free. So, last time we met, we set up crystal grindstones, and we set up medium biter processing. I'm assuming this is still slowly moving to give me the raw shards. That's really what we did. The bulk of what we did yesterday was raw shards. Yesterday, on Thursday of last week, excuse me. And updated our little temp huffing build over here to get the medium biters going. That being said, as I was planning out the actual module build, I decided that it would be in our best interest to have the crystal grindstones produced separately. So I've gone ahead and done that as well. And that's what we did at the end of last stream, was make sure that this was all online, going, and all the trains were loaded and operational. So today, we're gonna be working directly towards getting into the initial modules. Of course, there is a slight caveat to this. It will take the vast majority of the stream time today, in that I need to also produce the module labs, which I do have the electrochemics labs, I think, automated on my network. So I just need to have these 3 circuit boards to make n amount of module labs, so I can actually take the module techs. That's the main thing. But we need to make these boards. We need to make these boards. Where do I want to make these boards? I've got a nice spot here, but I need to think about the fact that there's going to actually be 3 different board types in the end. So a nice spot that has 3 would be ideal for this. And then what did I ultimately decide as well about the final module production? I think I was going to put each of these boards onto the network, all 4 of these boards. I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up deciding. I've completely forgotten at this point. Was it that I wanted to have... Right, I wanted to have an area where I was making the modules for level 1 and 2, an area for making the 2, making the 3, the 4, the 5, and then the 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as separate areas. That would be 3 factories. That would need to bring in a bunch of stuff. Or have 5 factories doing everything, but that would need even more stuff in each one. Right. I was gonna do multi-module factories. Have various types up to specific levels, and provide the levels on the trains. And I'll need specific levels provided, at least by bot, bare minimum, onto my mall. Yeah, I don't know. We're screwed regardless about needing to make rather large train stations. Just no matter what, rather large train stations will be required, and it was pointed out that dealing with this excess crystal powder will require nothing. Nothing at all. So at the end of the last stream, there was one final comment made by Vicky about, oh hey, you need sulfuric acid still. Uh, I I don't think so. I I don't think I do. Not to deal with crystal powder that's in excess from here, because this uses pure water and not sulfuric acid. What I was going to do is I was going to put crystal slurry onto my network so that I didn't have to make it local and go through the effort of doing gem harvesting or doing geode harvesting to get into the crystal slurry. And by doing that, I wouldn't need to bring in sulfuric acid as well. It basically traded one thing for another here. Yeah, especially since I can delete sodium hydroxide easily, I can delete hydrogen gas easily, and I can delete this crystal powder with just adding pure water rather than any acids. So, first things first, I need to get that fluid onto my train network, and that will have to be done over here. Because this is my primary geode plant, geode processing plant, where I am producing crystal slurry and crystal catalysts from that crystal slurry. And of course, I have an overabundance of these things. Now, hopefully, somewhere along this copy paste, I don't have, dang. I need to copy again. A beautiful doohickey. There you go. There's stuff in the way. There's stuff in the way. You're gonna live here? I don't care. This is the part that will change. There you go. I knew you could do it. Whoops. And you are an input. So you are going to supply crystal slurry. I'm going to change this to depot crystal slurry. Give me the locomotive. And fluid wagons. Crystal slurry. Supply, depot, full cargo, circuit condition, auto magic, assign, crystal slurry. Not the same as the crystal seedling. I have to bring this in before the filtration. Because this is crystal seedling. This is crystal slurry. There you go. Now, ideally, I will actually have this behind a overflow valve. And everything will be great. That way the stuff can still get processed into the catalysts easily. We are a bit pump limited here, distance limited. Allow me to change that a little bit. So that's pumping out at over 1,000. Is this pumping in at over 1,000? No, it is not. Of course it is not. Because of all this distance shenaniganry. I really, really hate the fluid mechanics in this game. That's pumping 1,000. That's not. That's pumping 700. That's pumping 1,000. That's using. So that's fine. It's being used. But this should be able to pump out faster than that. This should be able to pump out 4,800. But that's not going to be possible unless I have, like, a pump here, 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 a pump here. Yeah, it ridiculous. Just a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, we've done the thing. Now, where will I use this first? Our first batch of stuff, of boards, that we're going to pin here. It can be done pretty much anywhere. That's a lot of stuff. Let me write this down so I don't forget what these inputs are. I need copper plates, or did I already write it down? WTF? What's the WTF? Just the amount of work involved for all of this? Yeah, it's a lot of work. Copper plates. Yes, this is Sea Block. This is Sea Block, but I've made a modification to the modules in particular. This is Sea Block, but modules I have manually brought back to the standard Bob's recipes with the standard scaling of it. Sea Block by itself changes how the modules scale, changes their effectiveness to be really bad, but circuit processing changes modules to be like 3 levels again rather than 8. I've disabled that. I've turned it off. There's actually a hidden setting to turn that off. And it also changes the recipes, but I've gone back to the basic Bob's with Angels and Angels bioprocessing recipes. But yeah, this is Sea Block. This is absolutely Sea Block. We've got a base that's capable of expanding by itself. A base after like 34 days. This being, I think, the 34th total stream. Of 3-hour streams. I've ran the game basically at 2 times for the vast majority of it, so take this with a grain of salt. That's just the simulation time up here of 390 hours. It's closer to 170, 80, maybe 150. But yeah, we've got stuff here. We've got a few things going on, and we're not using most of the space that I currently have available to me, or at least, I don't know about most. We've got a lot of empty space. You can't even complete K2. You know, I have a series of Factorio 2 on my channel of pre-recorded videos. I have actually played Factorio 2. I have a whole series, complete series of that mod. I don't know how much has changed with it since that point. It is a good introduction to modded Factorio. Because, yeah, it only gets more complex from Crastorio 2. Like, that's vanilla plus. That's Crastorio 2 is just vanilla plus. This is a completely different experience entirely. Complete and utter overhaul. So I need the copper plates, I need the tin plates, I need phenolic boards, I need iron ore, solder, coils, plastic, monosilicon, tin coils, tinned wire coils, excuse me, charcoal, grindstones, slurry, shards, and that's it. And then outputs are times 4. 4 outputs. 4 outputs, however many 12 inputs, so 12, 13, 14, 16 total train stations. You saw the ridiculous wood farm on Crastorio, my series, or this that's not operating right now. We've got wood being produced here for phenolic boards, which I am in need of a lot more of. I want to go back and improve my phenolic board production here from wood. Hello, welcome. Yes, I am in fact live on this day. We are going to be attempting to obtain real modules today. This is what I want to use for my big biters. In fact, I will... Big biters? What the heck is snapping? I don't know. That's the thing. I hate that you have to push a button to add a tag now. I've hated that from the start. I will complain about that infinitely until they fix it so I can just double click again, or just right click on the map to place a tag. You used to just be able to right click and place one of these tags anywhere. Like, why? Why do they have to make that harder? It's useful for organization. Alright, train station. I will need to make some extreme modifications to this train station. Do I want it there? Not particularly, no. I want it here. This gives me the most space to expand the thingies. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Please have enough rail. Please have enough rail. Thank you, gosh. There, go. That's all I wanted to do. To have enough to get the train out of the way. Get the locomotive out of the way, excuse me. Need to be very, very specific. Doinky, doinky. Oh. You know, it would help if I actually grabbed the correct stuff. There. Need 4 of those. I also need... Oh boy. Really? 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 Well, good to know. That's the next station slot. There is a slot there. Gonna have that. Gonna have that. And we're gonna have that too. As we go down. So that's the 4 outputs. Now the 4 inputs. Oh goodness. The 4 inputs are all but 1 solids. So we're gonna have 11 solids followed by the 1 fluid at the very top. I just need a good copy paste. Guess this offers a decent copy paste as long as I grab the whole doohickey. That is aligned. Oh, and I need to make sure that I add in all of the signals. Can't forget my signals. Oh. You what? It just needs to be moved 1 tile. Because I can't rotate to the top one. Alright, fine. You win. You win that. There. Grab that. Kill this. Way too many. Way too many power poles. Grab that. Put it there. And then we can start overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 12. Gee, I hope I wasn't wrong on my count. Excuse me, this way. There you go. That should be that. I hope. Now, this ends up being pretty close to the bottom here, so I can, Aw, it's too far for 1. You. There. Ta-da! Alright, count. 1, 2, 3. Count. 11 plus 1 is 12. Good! That's all of them. Oh my gosh, I need to double check that all of the wires are correct, that all of the numbers are good. Yes, the numbers are good. Bots just need to come and actually build all of this. I may redo some of the belt work here, may share some belt from this stuff. Things like the copper and tin, for example, only being used for the one thing in these basic module boards. They can share a belt. And in fact, I will make this modification first. Just like so. So this will be the R copper plates at... These are what type of boards? Circuit boards. Module circuit boards. I'll call this MCBs. This will be our tin plates at MCBs. Bring me my copper. And bring me my tin. Do I not have tin? Oh. Ah. I need more tin plates. That's good to know. What's Ollie see? What's Ollie seeing? I've got a baby next to me. I've had my Ollie next to me the whole time. Resting comfy in his spot on the desk next to me, in front of the big TV. Yeah, like that spot. Good spot. He knows it's his spot. He knows that's a good spot. Got a nice, soft towel. Meant for the kitties. He uses it the most. Well, anyway, we've got that. We've got to add in... What's another good pair? I'm uncertain about what I could pair together. I guess we could pair some of the coils. Yeah, we can get the coils paired. So this one will be our tinned coils at MCBs 1, or at MCBs. And this will be our solder coils at MCBs. Hey, thank you so much for following the channel. Okay, give me the tinned coils, and give me the solder coils, which I absolutely know I have both of these in absolute abundance. I should have plenty of these. You will be monosilicon. That's the only other thing I think I, like, quote-unquote, process / uncoil / de-densify. Because these two I de-densify, that's how I word that, from coils to wires. Monosilicon is technically not, like, uncoiling or any of that, it's just straight up conversion into silicon. That'll come out by itself as the monosilicon. I hope I have enough of this. I think I will need more at some point soon. Alright, what am I left with? So I have copper and tin, solder coils, tinned coils, monosilicon. Let's just work our way individually for all of the rest of these. So this will be... I do need a charcoal. You will go ahead and be that charcoal. I need an iron ore. Let's get that iron Or I need a plastic. Bring me my plastic. I need a phenolic boards. This will also be limited. Where did those live? Oh boy, there they are. 2 left of the solids are grindstones at MCBs. The grindstones are here. And then the last solid is the shards. You know, the most important thing here, or not the shards, the splinters, excuse me. I will rename you splinters. Okay, and those come from, yeah, splinter, splinter, splinter. Just make sure I'm consistent with all of those names. And you, of course, are requesting crystal slurry at MCBs. And crystal slurry down here. And that's the full train station. Complete. It looks like I will likely need to expand this by a few more. Let's go ahead and do that so that there's not much bottlenecking going on. There will be bottlenecking, it's just, yeah. Are the logistics trains part of the mod? The logistics train system here, all of this is through the mod Train Supply Manager. It is not part of Sea Block, it is not part of Angels, it is a separate mod entirely. Train Supply Manager, not to be confused with Logistic Train Network, LTN. This one is TSM, and is, in my opinion, the better system overall in terms of game performance impact. It's really, really, really nice. Oh, looks like I'm finally getting a delivery of 10 plates. Yeah, that's what I don't want to have happen. I don't want to have trains sitting on the thing here. So we do need more pass-throughs. I have a video where I go over Train Supply Manager on my channel, a little tutorial, and how I use it, what the logic is like that I use. It's just a copy-paste logic using the vanilla system to tell it to pull in a certain number of trains at most and to stop. That's the most important thing, is it stops once it has 2 times this value loaded into the storage units. The storage units are separate mods, a separate mod entirely called Bulk Rail Loader. And there's a specific setting you have to set with Bulk Rail Loader in the mod settings for it. I think it's under per player. No, it's under map. Bulk Rail Loader under map, allowed items, any. By default, it's OR. So I just made it able to load anything, and it just acts as a combined. It's technically not a loader. It's a warehouse, it's a storage unit, along with really, really, really fast inserters. That's its loader, is it's just really fast inserters. But you can attach loaders from other mods to load and unload the warehouse. The actual train wagons will get loaded and unloaded through the really fast inserters of the bulk rail loaders. So it's a way of getting around the limitation of on performance of having loaders loading into or pulling out of wagons. That has a really big performance penalty that the developers don't want. In fact, that's one of the reasons why they don't have loaders to begin with. One of many reasons they haven't included loaders as part of the game mechanics, but have left it there for mods to use. Is that performance penalty, because it has to always check whether or not there's a wagon present with like every tick of the game. And the more you have, the bigger the penalty to performance that we'll have. But this way, it's just inserters loading and unloading, and then they're supposedly going to be faster than your loaders around the warehouse. Cough, cough. And they improve with stack size increases. That's the other interesting little point. Your bulk rail loaders get faster as you improve your inserter stack size. Anyway, we will need to start building this now. Where to start? Now that's a question. Where do we begin with all of this shenaniganry? We're going to start with the crystal processing. Bringing in the raw shards and sending out our multicolored stuff. Now this has 4 outputs. Dang. Four. Gosh, that's tempting. It's tempting to use express inserters. Filtered stack inserters. But I could just use loaders, because the loaders have filters on them. I'm gonna do it like this and just have the loaders outputting, and then we're going to filter the stuff, split and filter. We did that last time in Space Angels, so we'll do that again here. You know, I sort of built the shards there, so you can just go there. You don't happen to connect, do you? Nope. There you go. That's gonna give me stuff. Things. That'll be the combiner. I need to get rid of this dust. I will need a setup of liquefiers to kill the dust. Several of them. I want to make sure that I have plenty of destructive power. 7.5? Nah, I'm going to end up with 2. Okay. Okay, you win. I end up with 2. So that's going to be enough. Whoop. Autosave. Give me a hydro plant. water. Input, 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 input. L, 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 L. Filter. That. What is the throughput? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items? Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty then. Next. Let's actually get this powered. Nice how it actually does fit into all these. Yes, I could make a... I could get a purple substation? Should I use the purple substations? I suppose. If I have them. Get into my network. I do have them! So let's use them. And get rid of these blues completely. There. Better. Better. Now I have more coverage in my logistics zone. My buddies will be able to bring me these better substations. What's better about these substations? Well, these at Substation 2 have a wire reach of 24. The better level 3 substations have 30. So they can be spaced 6 extra tiles away in all directions, and that means fewer are needed overall. And it changes the layout a little bit. So we've got the stuff voiding. The next item on the list, 2 each on these, needs grindstones. Where's the grindstone? There you are. Okay, oh, and it needs the seedling, alright. So how am I going to arrange this? Normally I would build parallel, or I guess you can consider it technically perpendicular to the input belts and just build upwards along the line of the outbound trains, but I think I'll build out this way this time. And for this, I will need to do this. This will have an interesting aspect to it. I need to filter those grindstones. And input priority the grindstones. Hopefully that's going to be fine. And I need the actual cut blues, which I will... I need the filter first. Cut blue splinters to the right. You know, that doesn't quite work. I'm gonna move this whole thing down a little bit. Oh good, I have buddies. Buddies are on their way, they're here. I've got my logistics purples. And you can see that it's very different on the spacing here compared to the previous ones. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful and big. Ah, glorious. Glorious, beautiful stuff. Now I can form a grid out of this. I won't need you at all, because we're connected down there. Oh, that poor robot trying to get to me. There we go. That should be okay for now. Gosh. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. So, this will allow me to scale across here, here. And swap these to red and green. Red. Make sure I used cut. And green. Ta-da! Okay. And that means this guy needs to get here. Beautiful. Now, just need to add the wonderful crystal slurry. And there we go. I now have the stuff polished, the polished versions. However, oh goodness me, it's more complex than this. I forgot. I forgot I need to do a thing. More complex. So the issue is that voiding happens before polishing. Voiding happens from cut, not polished, from what I remember. Oh, that's what I forgot. I did forget one thing. I will need lubricant. So I will need to bring in another fluid here. Our lube at MCBs. Let's go ahead and get that request in for the lube. Why do we need lubricant? Because we're not going to be using these crystals evenly. I need to make sure that any excess... Yes, I need to make sure that any excess gets voided / removed from the game of these crystals. How am I going to do that? Oh, gosh. So, the way that I would initially think about this would be to have a splitter probably there. Just shift things down. Now, the output priority needs to remain into these systems, but the rest of this stuff needs to go down here. Yes, this does mean I can't really scale the number of buildings here. We won't need many more buildings here. Yeah. I'm just gonna point out that the whole idea, the whole point of this is that I'm gonna have modules. And I'm gonna have beacons. And I'll be able to speed beacon and speed module these. We can't productivity these, but we can speed them and improve the buildings to level 5s. They'll have 6 module slots on these, all with, at the end, level 8 Bob's speed modules, which are pretty fast, to say the least. Will be fine on our processing and building count. And I need to start thinking along the lines of, I have modules, and I need to start building with modules and beacons in mind, especially going forward. So where are my powder risers? Or powder risers? We are going to need to powderize these, and these, and these. And I'm going to need milling drums. Actually, probably gonna just move these just a couple tiles down. So I can do this little doohickey of behavior. God dang it. That wrong. That's what I wanted. It'll... Yeah, I'll need to, have quite a few milling drums in this. Now, this is going to output powder and drums. Powder and drums, powder and drums. We need to filter out, doesn't really matter which one. I can filter out the used drums or the powder. I will filter the powder to the right. And all of the powder needs to get into here in the end. Whoopsies. I mean, we'll figure out. There, and there, I guess. These are the polished crystals. You input, input, input. Why did I have to do this like a tile off? I don't know. just makes this harder. Okay, and then I have to reprocess the milling drums. Now the milling drum reprocessing, I forget the tab. Okay, so it's gonna be you. How many can you cycle through each second? How many do you potentially cycle through each second? 4.5 here, so I want like 3 of these buildings. Doinky, doinky, doinky. We'll do 4 of these buildings. Just add glorious oil-based lubricant. Industrial grade. And up and over we go. And down. There. So that's the loop that we'll be doing. The thing we want to do is we want to have our robots bring in some of these. Now, if I am remembering correctly, we did this over here. Yes, we have this logic. I'm going to need to have more than just 50. We're going to have, let's say, 600 of the milling drums in circulation here. And what this is just a standard logic system that will stop the stack inserter from adding more stuff after a threshold value has been reached. So, reading the hand contents on pulse mode, it will tick the count of how many items are being held in the hand on one frame, so only once each time it moves a new set, and that's going to take that number, because we're putting that on the wire. It's going to take that number and it's going to store it as a value of A as that number, and then every time that happens, it's the way that the game handles this is that it will keep adding that value to A. It defaults to addition. You don't need to explicitly tell it to add the value to A. It doesn't set a value of A, which is actually what I would logically think it would do. No, it iterates, it adds, it counts how many items have been moved effectively here from the storage to the belt that this inserter has transferred. And all I'm saying is, as long as A is less than or equal to 600, stay on, keep moving. But once you hit above or equal to 600, once you're at 600, stop. Once you've actually technically once you are strictly above 600 on the value of A, you will no longer operate. You will be disabled. And it can be anything in this chest. This chest has nothing to do with it. And what this means is that I don't have to come here and I don't have to remove this request ever. I can just set it and forget about it. The bots will do their thing. They'll bring these milling drums in, and they'll keep bringing these milling drums in as I put them onto this belt system and reprocessing system. But once we hit that threshold, it will just stop. It won't do the thing anymore. And right now, the value of A is iterating. It's at 200 now. Right now, just past 200. And it'll stop once it passes 600. We'll see if that's enough. If it's not enough, I'll adjust it, make it bigger. If it is, great. Or if it's too much, fine. That's still fine. We can remove and adjust for next time. Alrighty then. You are producing way more powder than this is able to actually handle. Great. Fantastic. I want the inserters. You're going way down here. You. Yeah. Yep. This is what my life is like now. We are doing this. Because I need to make sure that I have enough deletion going on here to delete all of this powder. I do not need this powder. Now, the intent is use the powder to make grindstones, reuse the powder to make the grindstones, but I don't see any point at all to that. So that's the hardest part, in my opinion, of all of this. We have obtained our polished crystals and are dealing with the excess crystals. Now I can see that, yes, it seems that I do have too much getting added into this system from 600, so we're going to set that down to half, and we'll start to yoink some of this excessive amounts of stuff here. It would only be a problem when this belt begins to back up to here on the used drums, so it's fine. It's fine. We're good. This should be stopped by the control behavior at this point. Yeah, we are good. We're fine. We're processing all of the extra cuts. Now, what this means is that this is always going to process these raw shards, and we are effectively voiding raw shards at this time. Hello, Ave. Welcome. How do I manage the nitric acid? What do you mean? I'm not dealing with nitric acid right now. How do I manage making nitric acid? Like, my build for nitric acid? You're sort of scared of calcium carbonate output. I don't know how you're making nitric acid. Because I'm making nitric acid this way. Out of catalysts. I'm making nitric acid out of catalysts. I don't know what you're doing. I'm making it abiotically. And it's a very, very simple build. This amount of space is making 1,000 units a second of nitric acid. I'm doing ammonia abiotically, and then that's being made into the nitrogen product here. Nitrogen monoxide, I think, and that's getting converted down into the dioxide in this line, and then the nitric acid in this line. So it's silver, aluminium, copper, and iron. The problem with nitric is that the silver. Yes, the problem is the silver. Now, if you're playing on the most up-to-date version of Angels in your standard Angels series, things have changed a lot. But the way that I had to do this was I had to do hydrofluoric reprocessing of fluoric wastewater to produce the silver ore here. I essentially had to get fluorite ore plus do wastewater reprocessing into additional fluorite ore for hydrofluoric acid to get into the leaching of givelite to get the individual ore sorting of silver. But yeah. Had to do nitric last, pretty much, just because of that issue. Okay, I need what? One building? One entire building! Yes, one. And that's it. Just one beautiful, glorious building. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And what we'll do here is we will share this line. Doinky doinky. L. What is going on here? Ah! I hate lane balancing. I hate lane balancing. Oh, God. I hate how inserters work. They preferentially pull from the nearest lane to them, and yet preferentially output to the furthest lane away. Like, excuse me, but that's inconsistent. The developers love to talk about how consistent their inserters are. No, they're not. At all consistent. Why is it that they pull in from the closer lane, preferentially, and yet deposit on the furthest lane? That's inconsistent. They should pull from the furthest lane if they are depositing from the furthest lane. And if they are pulling from the nearest lane, they should deposit to the nearest lane. Like, It, is quite frustrating to me. This solves an issue just by changing which lane we're outputting on thanks to Bob's adjustable inserters. This solves me from having to do lane balancing here. To make sure that I'm reusing the outputs of these grindstones. I will be producing these harmonics, though, so let's bear this in mind. These are harmonic crystal splinters. Now, the harmonic crystal splinters do have a use in standard level 1 beacons. So, since I have just now thought of this rather important detail, I need to think about how I want to do this. Do I want to put them on the trains? They're used for one whole item. Do I want to put them on a train to move them to my mall? For one entire item? Not particularly, no. So, We're gonna put them in a provider chest and be happy with our lives. We're just gonna provide them and be done. We need to do this with each type of harmonic crystal as we get beacon 1, 2, and 3. Well, from here, we have now done all of that. Is glorious. Tell me that this... Okay, so this is up here. We can do uncoiling up here. Where's the monosilicon? Monosilicon is... yeah. You can come out there, so that's those 3 steps done. The iron ore, I have to, like, adjust, I think, a little bit. Actually, no, I can just do that and keep pulling it down to there. Sure. I need a... I have a setup for this. Wait, over here. Hello, you. You have a thing. Yes, you have this. You have this glorious setup. That is perfect for me. Yes, this is a perfect setup, and what's even better is that it's 1-to-1 into the ferric chloride solution. So it just makes ferric chloride solution. Yeah, up to 55 units per second. I need 5 currently, so there you go. There's that infrastructure. And that ticks all 3 of those boxes right there, as well as that one. We're almost there already. Okay. Next up, I want to make the transistors and electronic components, basic electronic components. So with all this over here, we will do this up here. I have 3, and I have 2, and I need this. One of these. Supplied with water. Charcoal in, carbon out. That needs... They both need tinned wire. Frozen. Frozen. We're frozen. Oh no. We live! We live! We are living. Oh god. Hi. Hello. We've dropped frames. My stream is experiencing issues. Okay. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back. My PC froze briefly. We have returned. Hello. How much did you hear / not hear? Did I at some point just stop having all audio go through? I imagine. Because apparently I stopped on the transmission at some point during that complete and total freeze of the computer. Anyway, what was I saying? So I was going to answer Ave's question of why not all the components on the trains. The reason why I don't have all of the components on the trains is because they output a very high volume of stuff. Now, I have belts that can deal with high volumes of stuff, but it gets a little extreme over time. The volume of output of transistors and basic electronic components in particular, they're a really high volume item for the inputs. The inputs are better density overall, so that's why I don't put these components onto the trains. Yes, I know that these components are used in multiple places. They are a good candidate to have on trains. Just I've personally never thought to do that because of how high volume they are. It just prevents some issues late in the game when module scaling, pretty much when doing a lot of module scaling. So we should be back at this point. Hello, if you can tell me in chat that everything is okay now after a freeze. I did not have to restart my computer. It did recover. It absolutely was able to recover. What I want to do... Hold up. Where's the event viewer? Hey, event viewer. I want to see the events. What just happened as of 11:21 a.m. Was there anything that was there a main thing that happened in this event viewer that can indicate what just happened? So I have a warning that happened at 11:21 a.m. A warning: the application-specific permission settings do not grant local activation permission for the COM server application with CLSID numbers with app ID numbers to me, the user, from localhost running in the application container unavailable SID. The security permission can be modified using the Component Services Administrative tool. Why the hell would this cause the entire PC to freeze? I don't know. Event ID 10,016 10016. Event ID. This is not the first time it has happened. Event ID 10016 has now happened 4 times since 8 a.m. This seems to be a recurring. This is recurring. I've got this entry many times. Yeah, this happens a lot. I don't know what's trying to do a thing without permission, but This seems to be like the majority of entries in my event viewer. Interesting. Hey, can you hear me? Anyone? Anyone willing to type in chat anything? I'd like to know. I would like to know, as before I continue, if we're good. Are we good? After the thing froze? Yes, we are. We are in fact good. Okay. We are good to go. I need plastic over here. Plastic is here. And now it is over here. Okay, we're good. I get afraid at times. I get afraid at times if stuff isn't moving. Okay, I need this guy. Which is higher throughput here? We've got silicon wafers. The silicon wafers can live on their own. For you. There we go. L. Doink, doink. Doink, doink, doink. Okay. Da-da, da-da, da. Give me my charcoal. Where is that? Here. Right here. How convenient. Go, charcoal. Give me carbon and give me electronic components. Excellent. That's those all taken care of. All that's left are these last steps here. Now, unfortunately, that took several minutes away. We are at the point where it is right at that time to take a break. Yes, it is. It is now time, halfway through the stream, to take the usual break. I'm going to step away for just a couple minutes while I get up, stretch the legs, do the things that we normally have to do on a regular basis. And when I return, we are going to be finishing off this, and then it's modules. Time to research modules and get into modules. I will be back very shortly. And I returned. Welcome back. Glad to see that everything is just perfectly wonderful and fine at this point in time. I am very glad to see that. Now, my thought about what has happened here with the PC is some interaction between Factorio and Sea Block, and blah, not and Sea Block and Streamlabs OBS. There's something with Factorio and Streamlabs. I've noted this behavior even before. Hi, Ollie, playing my piano. Hello, baby. Hello, kitty. There's been this behavior with Streamlabs where it's been like refreshing even before I did my big PC update, and I don't know if that has anything to do with what's been going on with these freezes. If it's actually more of a Streamlabs thing. But anyway, have a great base. Thank you so much. I've yeah, we're it's a base. I will say that. Is it my biggest base? No. You should see my Pyanodon stuff. Hi, Ollie. Yes, Ollie, kitty in the lap wants his attention. You should see the Pyanodon stuff. I've beaten that before. Twice. With and without Pi Alien Life. / before Pi Alien Life and after Pi Alien Life. Oh, that's memories right there. We'll have to do that again sometime. Maybe. Maybe. We'll have to do that again sometime. Yeah, that'll be fine. I've been waiting on Pi Alternative Energy, but that's not gonna happen for a while, I think. Unfortunately. I did see the update from King Arthur posting a whole bunch of stuff with nuclear reprocessing that I'm assuming is going to be part of Pi Alien Life. No, alternative energy going forward. Pi alternative energy is going to bring in multiple new ways of producing power. That it's going to be like new solar and wind and nuclear reprocessing and all of that good stuff. We'll have to see some of the other things as we get closer, but that's definitely been on the agenda. It's supposed to be a completely optional component. So was alien life. So we shall see. Ha ha. Just how optional alternative energy ends up being. Because I swear that I remember Pyanodon saying the exact same thing about Pi Alien Life, about it being an optional component. All the components are optional in Pi Alien Life, or in the Pi mods in general. But if you're not playing with all of them, you're not playing with the full Pi suite. Ave, as I just said, if you're not playing with Pi Alien Life, or if you're not playing with the different pieces of the Pi mods, you're not playing the full Pi suite. Just you're not getting the full experience of the Pi suite. So yeah. I am using Train Supply Manager, not LTN. So let's see. Here. Whatever. Train Supply Manager is the most simple that you can possibly get. So we have Train Supply Manager. I mean, it's right. It's in the tooltip right up there. Train Supply Manager. That's what I use with some basic logic applied to it so that it has some control over how many trains it's bringing in. I much prefer Train Supply Manager because it doesn't need to know what any particular train actually carries. I don't need my network for trains knowing what each train has in it. And I don't need ever to have a single station bringing in multiple products. That is a recipe for disaster. Oh, but if you have any problems with that, that's your fault. F you. Anyone who thinks that. It's your fault that it could be a problem in the first place. There shouldn't be a chance of screwing things up. Right? Like, there shouldn't be a chance of screwing things up in the first place. Because if there's a chance to screw things up in the first place, that's bad design. That is poor design. Like, it's very easy to screw that up, and yet that is somehow LTN's claim to fame, is having request stations that bring in multiple products in a single request station. Like, no, that sounds like a terrible idea and a lot of effort to keep track of. I am not about that life. I am absolutely not about that life at all, and I refuse to ever use LTN as a result. I need phenolic boards now, brought up. There you go. Enjoy your phenolics. And that's our stuff. Our glorious basic module boards. Doink. So how do I want to do this? Alright, over here somewhere, we're gonna have 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... Okay. That times 4. Why are these yellow? Why do these have to be yellow? Because there's a green circuit that reduces pollution as well, but is completely superfluous. This can go that way and that way. Right. So I'm gonna want this type of a setup. For that. And this is going to be these. And those. The outside lanes here. Oh god, I did that wrong. Completely forgot. Completely forgot. We have 4, not 3. And then solder. Right. The solder. Can just start this way. Because it's half the throughput on the solder and the boards as the other items. So I'll just do the combining first. I am very low on my underground belts. Uh-oh. Blue, green, red crystals. Alright. Go ahead and stick a thingy up here so I know I'm always in range. Because my bots should be bringing me stuff right now. I'm gonna go ahead and check all those off immediately. Okay, you're loading in all those splinters. Okay. Blue. Green. Red. And, of course, splinters. The harmonics. Glorious. Yes, bring me underground belts. Get this going and blowing. And there we have it. that was not the correct belt for you. Or you. Yeah, that was not correct. Not correct in the slightest. So, I actually need, or want, to have some sort of a, like, buffer system here on these for the moment, just to allow myself to accrue these 3 in particular, because I need to build a lab. This lab. And it uses these circuit boards. So, electrochemics labs. Game, if you could please send me some electrochemics labs. Let's stick with 10, sure. Just bring me them so that I can make the module labs. Unfortunately, with the module labs, we're going to need some other things as well to take these sciences. Now, initially, it's just the circuit boards to unlock these sciences, or to unlock these modules, these 4 in particular, and then the pure modules. It's just the circuit boards. The problem is that in order to get into the pure boards, we're going to need module main boards as well as module cases. The module main boards and the cases are just plastic, but those module main boards are also gold. Let me go to... Where are you? Here. No, it's not gold. Oh. Well, I take that back. Module contacts, of course, are gold. The module contacts... Oh, that's aluminium for the module cases. Ew. Ew. Well, fine. Be that way. That's slightly disgusting. Because I don't have aluminium here in particular. You... Go ahead and, do that for me. I do not see the harm in getting aluminium here. Our aluminium temp at module science. That's what I'll call it. Aluminium plates. Bring me my plates, please. There's our... Nope, that wasn't a lab. That was a loader. Where are the labs? Come on, labs. Labs! Hey, finally, we're getting labs. Alright, I should have 2 more on their way. There they go. Come on, 1 red circuit. What's wrong with you? Oh, transistors. Hey, what's wrong with these guys? It would seem I don't have enough. Oh, right, so on this... Fine, I'm gonna have to do... this. because the module main boards are identical in their recipe. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll have 3. There you go. Module main boards. Mine. Ahem. I've made a few. It would appear as if I've made a few of these at this point in time. There's my 10th lab. Output, 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 potentially. Okay, I'll Shift C, I'll do this, I'll pull that in, excuse me? Do that, and we are going to start with module mixing. Or module effect combining, I should say. The plastic ones have to be done in a doohickey here. The actual module cases. Sad, but oh god, that's real low throughput. Yeah, nah. Autosave, come on. Plastic! Go, go, go. Into a chest. Go, go, go. 20 whole module cases, huh? Will I really need many of these? No. Outside of the initial module 1s? Wow, you only need these for module 1s. That is interesting. Huh. You need like immense amounts of contacts for for each and every single level. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of gold. That is a lot of gold. So you should have all you need, right? Oh, you also need this. Go have those. Go ahead and load up a box with our module main boards. You also are only used for the level 1 versions of all of the modules. Why, hello, tech. Give me all of these and those. And those. We'll talk again once we've got all of the dudes sorted. Don't think I need the cases anymore here. There we go. Do-do-do-do. Okay. We have unlocked the ability to make level 1 modules. We will soon have the ability to make level 2s. I need to think about and decide exactly what I want to do. Hello, Ollie. So I had decided that I wanted to do not the individual types of modules in each factory, but I wanted to do factories of all of the modules to a specific level. So modules to level 2, modules to level 5, and modules to level 8 as 3 individual factories. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means for the module level 2 factory, I'm going to need to bring in 4 of these guys that we're producing here, plus the stuff for the cases and boards. Alright, you, level 2, level 2, level 2, level 2. And that will unlock this level 2 as well as your speed level 2. Yeah, 5 separate modules here, of which we'll only need to, well, 6 really, that we have to take the techs for. And then how is this looking? This will only use these circuit boards. Now the question is, once we get to level 3, that's circuit boards to unlock level 3 plus module main boards. And they stay as circuit boards for the rest of time. Good, in one sense. You may notice there's a slight issue here that I don't have these things going into this. I won't be able to. Not as it's arranged now. I should change this side and do that. Okay. Go ahead and take those back. The fun part. Yes, the absolute funnest. Isn't that glorious? I don't think I need any more module cases at all. I will at level 8. I will at level 5. 5. Okay, so from 5 module cases, we'll go ahead and we will do this. And somehow snake module cases up here. Module cases. Go! Be free! Ta-da! Well, I have fully automated my science for these modules. Isn't it glorious? We've done the thing for the modules. Now, you may be wondering, well, don't you think it would be okay just to put these module mainboards and the other cases on the train network? Not particularly, no. I'd rather not. Okay, so let me start with this one so I can do this into that, and then this one and this one into that one. There we go. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I need to figure out who will go where onto these trains. Okay, let me see. There you go. Okay, so these are only going to now process at the rate of production, and I'm okay with that, to be honest. Let me get my trains set up. Fueled. Stations named. So this one is the supply for pollution cleaning circuit board. Yep, this one is the productivity circuit board. Yes, the productivity circuit board, the PCB. Supply the efficiency circuit board. And supply the speed circuit board. Depot pollution cleaning circuit board. Depot productivity circuit board. Depot efficiency circuit board, or effectivity circuit board, and then depot for the speed circuit board. Put on cargo wagons. Limit said cargo wagons. Even that I think is a bit too big. But anyway. So you are pollution cleaning circuit board. Fly to depot. Full cargo circuit condition. You can go. You are... Yes. Supply depot. Bulk cargo. Circuit condition, go. You are... CB. Supply depot. Bulk cargo circuit condition. You are speed circuit board. Supply depot. Bulk cargo circuit condition, go. Yes, that's lots of trains. Lots of trains coming in and out. Now, the next fun part. Where's this? It's you. Two. I have these. PCCB. PCB. ECB. And lastly, S. Okay. We are now finished with this factory. Oh my gosh. We now have what we need to make level 1 and level 2 modules. We'll need to do another factory to make the stuff and to process shards for the level 3, 4, and 5 modules. For now, though, we're just gonna make the level 1 and 2s, which is existent modules, which is the goal for the day today. What we make next time is when we'll get the shard processing going. It's effectively identical to what we just did, except I won't need the aluminium, and I won't need the science, I won't need these guys doing that on the thing. It's just these are gonna make a higher level board. I'm gonna need the stuff for the integrated electronics in the next build. Otherwise, all of this down here for the crystal processing stays the same. Actually, it does not change. It's just a different crystal getting processed. I think it needs the enhancers? Crystal enhancers? Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. It's a thing. It's happening. It'll happen next time. For now, though, where did I park my train? My locomotive. Excuse me. It is not a train, it is a locomotive. And there will be 3 of these types of builds for the circuit board, electronic boards, and logic boards. So we're gonna go and make our modules. Up here, these 3, I have decided we're gonna use these 3 right here for our modules. Now, train station. What do we need to make actual modules at level 2? We are making these 3. Oh, thank you. Hello. There's the level 4 unlocks. It's going to take a long time to get through the level 8 unlocks. But for now, our focus is on at least getting into level 5s before we get into shards, or finish getting into shard processing. So where's my recipes? Hey. I want you and you. I want these specific recipes rather than these recipes, because these recipes are more expensive, as it turns out, than these. Yes, you can convert existent modules into pure modules. It's not efficient. It's it's better to just use the basic components and make what you want out of them. Now, say I want one each, just to get a few numbers placed, right? Just to have numbers. We're not going to be able to get these throughputs anytime soon, but just so that we have the numbers, we can see that I need all 4 of the circuit board types. We need the level 1s, of course, of these things. What just happened? Get rid of that. We need the, of course, level 1s. Thank you for the autosave. I'm going to use the matrix solver here. Stick that down below. Grab that one, and grab that one. And this can break down, just to give me that iron count. And that is still from one building. I just wanted to make sure that we're still looking at the one building outputs here on the ferric chloride solution, even to make one of all of these per second. Note that this needs to scale drastically. Why do I prefer inserting into each lab as opposed to daisy chaining? Because labs don't work while inserters are inserting from one to another. You reduce your overall throughput on science processing the longer your daisy chain is. And when you're daisy chaining, you're making it more complicated for yourself on the inputs, because you need so many inputs. It's like, okay, do I have a daisy chain that's like feeding 2 sides into each other going cross directions? Because that's the only way you can really do it for all of the sciences in the game that exist. There's too many sciences. I'd much prefer having all of the stuff going into each individual lab down the line than have to deal with daisy chaining shenanigans. I don't like it. I don't like it. While an inserter is doing its insertion during that animation of its insertion, neither lab is doing anything on the initial insertions. And the way that the game handles like backlogs of stuff, you're going to have instances where you're going to have like spikes on your science processing. I just don't like seeing that. And there's always going to be a period of time, even if you use loaders, where your sciences are sitting in between the 2 labs. And there's that period of time where you can end up with nothing in one lab and nothing in another lab in your daisy chain. And something's not going to be functioning during that period of time. It's very brief, I know, but still, I just don't want it. I just don't want to have it happen at all. I don't want the possibility of it happening. I still have an Ollie in my lap. He's sleeping and snoring, all curled up in my lap. He's so comfy. This big, big, big kitty is so comfy sitting in the lap. So what does this look like? In the end here, what do I need for this train station? This train station needs 4x the circuit boards. It needs copper, tin, phenolics, gold, aluminium, plastic, iron ore, and solder coils. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inputs. I am going to have my robots move modules. Okay? I'm gonna make the robots do it. I'm not gonna have modules themselves on trains. I always do this. So we're gonna keep on with this behavior. I think that's the spacing. I forgot. And everything I need is a solid, yes? Yes, everything I need is a solid. Thank you so much for following the channel. Bots / roboports in mall or dedicated site. I don't know what you mean by that, but I am making my roboports and robots in my mall at this point in time. I'm making the brains separately, but I'm making the actual bots in the mall, as well as their roboports and such. Those are all happening in the mall. Back down, I need, from our build that we just did, I need to grab all of you. You know, it would help if it was actually aligned correctly. There you go. Excuse me. There you go. So that is 12. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I just decided in this playthrough I would have my robots in my mall and have the brains separate, as I did in Space Angels. Speaking of which, I also had my modules provided by bots in Space Angels as well. This is not actually anything that's different from my past behaviors with Angels mods, with Bobs. Anyway, you're gonna be at modules. Oh, modules. the first. Yes. At modules 1. We'll call these 1, 2, and 3. It's just gonna be weird because this is gonna make modules level 1 and 2. And then the actual... This one, that's solder coils, is gonna be something else. Oh boy. Hi, Ollie. Yeah, you think I'm moving? You think I'm leaving? No, I'm not leaving yet. I'm not leaving yet, Ollie. We've got 35 minutes. Constructo bots, would you please hurry it up? I want to actually see modules today. You know, sometime within my current lifespan. Here they come. Here come the construction bots. They're only level 2 though. They're the blues. My artisanal reskin blues. I need to get into additional levels of science in order to make the level 3s and level 4s and fusion powered bots. Oh, I am looking forward to fusion bots. I am absolutely looking forward to the bots that don't need to charge at all. Okay. Copper plates. Tin plates. Solder coils. This will be aluminum plates. Our gold plates at modules. Gold! Bring me gold. Thank you for gold. You! Are phenolics at modules 1. You. Iron ore at modules 1. You can actually stay the same. You. Yep, plastic at modules 1. Wait, was I... Did I miscount? Oh, I didn't assign the initial one. Oh boy. Do I already have... Yeah. Wonderful. I shouldn't have done that. Whoopsies. Alright, then our PCCBs at modules 1. Whoops. PCCBs. PCCB. Where's you? Pollution cleaning circuit boards. Are PCBs at modules 1. are ECBs on this one. And our SCBs on this one. And I want to point out the fact that I use 9 efficiency circuit boards per pollution cleaning board, but I also use 3 for every 2 of the other 2 colors. So one of the other colors of crystals needs to get voided at all times because of the inconsistent usage between these boards here. We're using more greens than we're using reds and blues. Just to point that out. Okay, scrolling down. I want /need from down here. Where is it? This build again. Hello. This very beautiful, versatile build. Thank you so much for being amazing. Why you no connect? Oh, you connect there. Sure. Enjoy the glorious ferric fluoride solution. That is that done immediately. Then I need... Oh my god, that's a lot of buildings. Ahem. $23. $23. There you go. Enjoy. Da-da. Let's grab the inserters from here. That's frustrating. Ahem. I go to copy, and it doesn't actually copy the things that I meant to copy. Great. Okay, that is done. I need the combined copper and tin. And I need the phenolics, which... Huh? Oh. Right. Break these down. Okay, then I also need copper on this 23 along with the gold. Gold, where are you? Here. There we go. Ta-da! Oh hey, you're going too. Excellent. Throughputs are fine. I'll just do that. Next, so that's those two. Let's get the aluminium and plastic set. That's 25 buildings. 10, 15, 20, 25. Plastic and aluminium. That's some pretty high throughput. I will absolutely keep those separate. You cannot convince me not to. The plastic, though, will be the top line. The aluminium, which is where? Oh. There. I do not want you combined. Okay. Grab this. I am almost out of inserters. I am now out of inserters. I'm sure it doesn't help that I'm not anywhere near my logistic zones, or that I keep leaving my logistic zones. Here, let's make sure that I don't inadvertently leave the logistic zones. Okay. With all of those made, we're ready for modules. Oh, kitty, it's glorious. Yes, my kitty, my Ollie. It's wonderful. It's time. It's time for the actual modules. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How the heck am I gonna do this? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, I know how I'm going to do this. We have that. And it's going to be surrounded by those. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it's +1 on here, but that's fine. That's completely fine. The only difference between these, they all need the 4 shared ingredients here, and only this last ingredient with the module cases is what changes between them. So, clearly, we're going to have, we're going to have 2 belts below. We're also going to have a belt above. We need a belt above. The thing about the belt above, though, is I do need... whatever. We're gonna shove things out, aren't we? Oh yeah, it's fine on this one. The others, where I do need the level 1s as well, are going to look a little different. For the pure modules, it's fine. I don't need the pure modules for anything else besides their maximum level. I will need the level 1 productivity, efficiency, and speed modules. So they'll look a little bit different from these. The build will effectively be the same for the speed, but we will change it for the others. Yeah, so you are gonna come up here. You're gonna go, like, over here to do your split. Go this way. And you'll go there. I need to uncoil solder. And that's what's gonna live there. Oh, that leaves me with an extra thingy, though. Yeah. Right. Because I still need... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 3 are the same. This one's... It doesn't need the... So the cases are there. The main boards, that's where I'm getting a little bit off kilter. So... That also needs to go that way. And it needs to be a board. On 1 lane only. Great. This one uses pollution cleaning, right? Yes. You know what? Do the split there. We also need a efficiency and productivity. shared belt. Alright. Productivity. Efficiency. There you go. Oh god. L. Oh, I need to throw my solder coils in. Where are the solder coils? Beautiful. Alright. So then we just filter those. Load them up. We have modules! Oh my gosh. He's only gone and done it. Modules have been obtained at this point. Cool. I need to grab the entire thing. We're gonna shift it a little bit. Filter or pure speed. And you're gonna make pure speed modules. I should keep it like this, like this, like this, and then copy, plop, plop, plop. Yes, so many inserters, my gosh. These will also need efficiency, but they use speed. And it does not use pollution cleaning. Oh, that's speed. That's not pure. That's not pure! Hold on. Pure! We need pure. Yeah, pure. Pure is where it's at. There we go. That's the proper recipes. So the pure speed needs only 2? Only speed and efficiency on pure speed? Alright, I'll take it. I will, in fact, accept that I don't need to pull anything off of that outside lane. The inside lane, though, I will probably need everywhere. I just need to make sure that I am pulling inside of that inside lane everywhere. This guy could just leave. Get the heck out of here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna run into spacing problems. Yeah, we're gonna have some slight issues. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna have multiple issues, actually. Yeah, I guess that'll have to work. Then we need speed and efficiency. Alright, that'll be speed and efficiency. And that'll be my thingies. I don't even need the filter at the end. Beautiful. We're speedy. We're super speedy, also. Just gotta check these things sometimes. We just gotta make sure that we check these things on occasion. Those are level 1s. You know, that would help. Yeah. Yeah, that would help. Quite a bit. We'll see if I still have a mistake in here, if this ever has level 1s. Alright, well, that's the pure modules. As I've said, the others will need, by necessity, to look a little bit different. I don't need quite as many buildings on these. But I will need extra... I will need to provide level 1s and level 2s together. I'm gonna push these just a little bit further out. So this has 4 inputs, fortunately. So I can actually finally save a little bit on the inserters. These will load into these guys, but will output as a ingredient on the above sections that are going to be doing the level 2 modules, which also only have 4 ingredients. So we're going to be combining... That is 10. Okay, so this one needs just the plastic and the red circuit boards. Okay. The stuff here is going to need to be split at this point. Go ahead and do it this way. Do it this way. Yeah. The module contacts and the other stuff. One more tile higher. There you go. This will go here and then split, go up. Oh god, no. No, it won't split. God, this is a thing that I am doing. I think. It's so dumb. But if it works, it's fine, right? Oh, hello, Tex. Why are you not letting me go further than this? Because I need purple science. Okay, well, we're just good then, for now. Yeah, so that's what these remaining two will generally look like. We're going to do a paste like so, and a paste like so. One of these is going to be speed level 1 and speed level 2, and the other one is going to be efficiency level 1. And efficiency level 2. So as I pull this stuff up, I can actually copy my logistics here again. Where I'm going to bring in this case, the speed boards, and then over here we've got this going in, the speed boards there, all of this logistics. And efficiency boards. Of course, are what I need the most of in there. Well, that... Huh? I'm missing... Oh, that's... Again, the wrong recipe assigned for you. There we go. That's that! Like, unless I'm completely mistaken... We're done here. The only thing even remotely left to do is module the thing. And beacon the thing. Speaking of beacons... we do have a recipe that makes beacons. That we can assign to them all as our, like, one of our last things that we do today. Here's a requester chest that I will copy and delete, but paste down here. Also, yeah, unlimited. Unlimited beacons is what I want in my life. Unlimited beacons. We did it! We have level 1 and level 2 modules now. Isn't that beautiful and glorious? The problem, of course, is that I have all these level 2 modules provided on the logistic network, and I don't have a way of, like, doing... Like, it's meant for providing me with stuff, right? And providing my mall with stuff, potentially, but there's going to be a bigger demand for upgrading them to level 5, which is the next process. We needed to provide the level 1 and the level 2 on the network because there's stuff that uses level 1 and level 2. There's also stuff that uses the levels 4 and 5. Great. So we don't have to worry about 3, apparently. But we do need to worry about 4 and 5, and 6, and 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. For speed, efficiency, and productivity. Wait, why then did I want the level 1s provided as well? I guess I didn't need the level 1s? Huh. Well, anyway. We can now do the thing with productivity modules down here. These can be productivity moduled and then speed beaconed. Because these absolutely accept productivity modules, as well as all of these steps along the way. So, the only things that don't take productivity modules are the actual crystals themselves. There's nothing in the crystal processes that take productivity. It's so sad. But we do have plenty of opportunities to improve the output of modules and improve the throughput of modules as we go. And it looks like I will have to do that on the circuit boards. I do need additional circuit boards. We'll start with our level 2s and go on to our level 5s as we get them. And then we're going to take a detour into getting... Well, we'll get back on track, actually. We'll end our detour and get back into sciences and further progression from there. Yeah, no god modules. Not this time around. And no setting to make productivity happen on everything either. So we're limited on only the intermediates on using the productivity and no god modules. That's gonna be how we get through this. So, with that, more quote-unquote vanilla-ish Bob's Angels modules initial setup done for the level 2 modules, we have reached the end of the stream for the day. It is time to say goodbye until Tuesday of next week. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Shibud. If you've enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushibud if you're so inclined and able. I will be back with more of this Factorio Sea Block playthrough on Tuesday, and I'll be back with more Astroneer on Friday and Monday. Of course, Monday and Tuesday, pending how I feel after I get dose 2 of the vaccine on Saturday. We shall see how I'm feeling going into early next week. I hope to see you all